Before we get started, make sure you're subscribed to Snarled and the bell is turned on for notifications, and make sure that you're following me so you can stay up to date on my future projects. You know that ghost stories are my passion, but even I need the occasional break. So when I feel like I need a mental palate cleanser, my go-to refresher is Best Fiends. Best Fiends is a casual mobile game that anyone can play at any time, and it's a lot safer than the games and rituals that I usually talk about on this show. I'm personally a huge fan of puzzle games, and Best Fiends adds a very cute and unique twist involving bugs and slugs. I love all the different characters you can collect and upgrade, and the increasingly challenging puzzles. It's super easy to learn. The hard part is putting it down. Best Fiends is updated monthly with new levels and events, so it's always fresh. And because it doesn't require internet to play, you can play anywhere, on a road trip, on a plane, or even in your grave. Engage your brain with fun puzzles and collect tons of cute characters. Download this 5-star rated mobile game for free on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends. And now, back to the show.
Hey, I'm Sapphire.
Want to hear something scary?
Beware the boot.
The following story was inspired by Sia. It was Kai's first day driving for the rideshare app CarShare along the streets of New Delhi, India. He'd recently lost his job and needed to make money while looking for a new one. But he had driven around all day and had not received a single passenger. Tired of wasting his gas and his time, he was about to turn the app off when he finally got a notification. A woman named Sia was looking to be picked up in a sort of sketchy area of town. Kai really needed the money, so he accepted the ride and headed over. His GPS led him to a poorly lit, creepy block with nothing but abandoned warehouses. After looking around for a couple minutes, he finally saw a woman, but she was walking further and further away from the original pickup spot. She matched the picture on his app, and so he drove up to her and rolled his window down. "Are you Sia?" he asked. The woman stopped walking and looked at him. She was a bit shaken and confused, but she nodded. He gestured for her to come in, and she slowly opened the door and sat in the passenger seat. "How are you this evening?" Kai asked. Sia just continued to stare ahead of her. She was rubbing her neck nervously. Then she began patting down her body as though looking for something. After a couple more moments of silence, she finally spoke. "Shit, I think I lost my phone and my bag." She spoke slowly, slurring and stumbling on her words. She looked at Kai. I don't remember calling a car." "Oh, is that not you?" Kai pointed to the photo on his phone. "No, that's definitely me," Sia confirmed. I don't know where I am." "We're in the warehouse district," Kai replied. "What were you doing over there anyway?" I think I was taking a shortcut. Yeah, I think I was taking a shortcut home. I don't remember." Kai was beginning to get a little suspicious. He noticed that her eyes were bloodshot. Maybe she was really drunk. Kai was not looking forward to the possibility of her getting sick in his car. It was definitely not the way he wanted his first ride to go. He handed her a bottle of water. "Would you like some water?" "Ah!" Sia smacked the bottle out of his hand. Okay, Kai thought. There was definitely something wrong with this woman. I'm sorry, I have no idea why I did that. Sure, I'll take some water." Kai watched in the corner of his eye as she leaned over to grab the bottle from where it landed by her feet. And that's when he noticed them for the first time. Her feet. They pointed backwards. He almost lost control of the car when he saw them. That's when he knew. The woman sitting next to him was a bhoot. In India, a bhoot is the spirit of a recently deceased person. Their feet are pointed backwards and always hover above the ground because the earth is too sacred for them to touch. They are also terrified of water. This woman must have died very recently, thought Kai, because she still didn't seem to understand that she was dead. He felt sorry for her, but immediately snapped out of it. He knew that he had to get her out of his car before she realized she was dead. With his right hand still on the wheel, Kai slowly reached over to his door compartment. He carefully unscrewed the top of another bottle of water. slowly, so Sia would not notice. As he did this, Sia continued to rub her neck. She pulled down the visor, brushed aside her thick black hair, and examined her neck in the mirror and screamed. Kai looked over and saw that her neck was completely purple and bruised, with a red ring caused from friction. He could see the look of realization wash over Sia's face. Her once timid expression morphed into that of pure, unfiltered fury. She turned her now pitch-black eyes toward Kai, just as he sprayed her with the open bottle of water. She yelled in agony as the water burned her skin, and in a few moments, she was gone. Not realizing he had been holding his breath, Kai let out a sigh of relief. His heart was still pounding out of his chest. "I'm never driving for car share again," he thought to himself. His hands were shaking, and when he heard the steady drumming of the rumble strip, he realized he was drifting into the shoulder and jerked the car back into his lane. "Pay attention," he thought. His eyes darted around the car nervously, and when he was certain that he was completely alone, he began to punch in the directions to head home. Kai was suddenly blinded when some jackass began tailgating him with his brights all the way on. Kai began to speed up to get some distance from the car behind him, when he realized he had knocked his rear view mirror out of line when he sprayed the boot. He adjusted the mirror back into place and saw two pitch-black eyes staring back at him. The driver, who had been tailgating him, later reported to authorities that something lunged at Kai before he fishtailed off the road and slammed into a post. There was only one body in the mangled wreck. The next morning, a few miles away, Sia's body was found in the warehouse district. So they say, beware of who you let into your car late at night. They just might be a boot. Thank you to all of our patrons, especially Kai, who had a character named after them in today's episode. If you'd like to join our VIP program, visit patreon.com/snarled. Fall is my absolute favorite season. Chilly weather, changing leaves, and of course, Halloween. Updating your wardrobe for the new fall season can be expensive, but it doesn't have to be. Let me tell you about my favorite online thrift store, ThredUp. ThredUp is the largest online thrift store where you can buy and sell secondhand women and kids fashion. Shop over 35,000 brands like Anthropologie, Free People, Marc Jacobs, and more for up to 90% off estimated retail. Secondhand shopping isn't scary at all. In fact, ThredUp makes it super easy and fun. You can filter by style, price, color, and condition to quickly find what you're looking for. Every item is triple inspected by hand to ensure it's in high quality condition. Lots of items even have the tags still on. I love ThredUp because I get the insane deals of thrifting without leaving my house. Plus, you're helping out the environment by shopping secondhand. It's a win-win. I recently got a bunch of sweaters to keep warm, all for over 60% off their original price. With over 35,000 brands to shop and thousands of arrivals every day, you'll never have to pay full price again with ThredUp. For a limited time, ThredUp is offering Something Scary listeners a special deal for an extra 30% off your first order when you go to thredup.com/ss. Want more Something Scary? You can hear more stories over on the Something Scary podcast, available for free on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. The links are in the description below. If you'd like to submit a story, send me an email at somethingscary@snarled.com. Like and share this video if it gave you the chills. And don't forget to subscribe to Snarled and turn on the bell for notifications. And if you dare, follow me on social media. Until next time, sweet dreams.